Hello everybody and welcome again to another video. In today's video we are going to be talking about actually how to identify your structure as a trader. Now the first thing I want you to do is whenever you are coming on your chart, and this is for beginners, if you already understand what to find or how to look for your structure, you can just skip ahead and go to another video. Thank you very much. Now for a beginner and you are a beginner and you just want to know where to start trading from, you just come into the chart, it is very overwhelming, intimidating and all that, and you don't want to be left behind. The first thing you have to do is go on your 1 day chart, because you can see this is the Euro USD. I mostly trade Euro USD. This is the 1 day chart, and from this chart we can identify or clearly see that we are on currently, let me just focus on this level since you are beginners, we are currently on a downtrend. Okay, we are currently on a downtrend. If we take it directly from this high, this low, this high, and this very low, we are currently on a downtrend. Now, because we are currently on a downtrend, let's focus on the last pivot point. So this is our swing high, sorry, our last swing points. These are our swing high and this is our new swing low. And since we are on a downtrend, what do we expect price to do? We expect price to go higher, come either mitigate from this level or this level, depending on where I've not been mitigated. Then we expect price to react in whatever levels, whatever levels price decides to get to. Use either this level as liquidity or this level as liquidity to push lower, depending on how the market wants it to go. So that's what we are hoping. So now automatically we can see that we are on an uptrend indefinitely. We are on an uptrend until price gets to where it wants to get to continue the sell. So what is our goal now? Our goal now is to scout out or look for good buy opportunities at this very level. Today is Saturday. Okay, market closed yesterday on the Friday. So we are going to be looking for buy trades. So now, for you to not get confused, okay, for you to not get confused, we are going to be using from this last candle here upwards to this level. But I'm not sure I'm going to be using this whole I'm not sure I'm going to be doing a full recap of everything that happens. Okay, I'm just going to give a brief example on how to identify what you want to identify. So now let's go down to 4 hour time frame. Now, for when it comes to actually knowing where to trade and how to trade your trade, how to place your trades, you will have to be very, very patient. When I mean very patient, you have to be very, very patient. If you are not a type of trader or not the type of person who can wait for a very long time for price to actually form structures for you to use as leverage or as platforms to enter trades, though you have to be a scalper or you have to enter rapid trades using what is already available to you. So if you are a day trader, let's say for example, you should actually wait for price, or if you want to be a day trader, because if you are a beginner and you want to be a day trader, the first thing you have to wait for is wait for price to give you at least a double break of structure in whatever direction you want to go. That's your first assurance. So what I mean is, this is the 4 hour time frame. Price went up. This is our lower low. This is our lower high. Then this is our higher low. This is a higher high. So price has printed a low, a high, a low, a high. So for me now, as a day trader or a swing trader, whatever, you have to go down lower to the 1 hour, the 5 minutes, the 15 minutes to look for structural entries here for you to take this to this level. That's the first, and that is the first trade you will take if you are a structural trader, a swing trader, or a day trader around these levels. But if you're, for those of you who are swing scalpers, okay, you are the scalper type and you want to take trades and you want to do all that, you just have to understand where is your daily high and daily low, because this is the 1 day chart. Okay, like say for example, this is the 1 day and you want to take a trade as a scalper. You will first have to identify your low and your high, your daily high and your daily low. So your previous day high and your previous day low, you go down to your 15 minutes or you go down to your 5 minutes. Let us use 5 minutes so we'll be more precise. So now that you are on, okay, let me look for where I want to be. Now that you are on your 5 minutes, let me mark up this level so it will be easier for me to identify, because I want to leave this video as quickly as possible. Now that we are on this our 5 minutes, what do we want to see? What do we want to identify? We should actually mark out our zones correctly. Okay, that's the first thing you do. So this is our daily high and that is our daily low, and currently we are here. Okay, currently we are here. So what do you want to see as a scalper? Okay, as a scalper, it is very easy. Instead of waiting all day for whatever kind of entry you want to wait for, you can do it as quickly as possible. So as a scalper, what do you want to see is the last very high, the last high that gave us any kind of sweep. So we have this guy after this sweep break of structure here, listen, a reversal, then this break again. So this is our last high, our current last high, and this is just market open. Okay, from when market open to our last current high, our last 5 minutes high, we want to see that level being taken, because this video is mostly for scalpers though. We want to see that level being taken in on our 5 minutes or our 15 minutes or whatever time frame you trade with. Even if it's the 1 minute, we want to see our 5 minutes like last pivot high to be taken. So now after this level has been taken, you know now that on the 5 minutes, that is on the 5 minutes, this is what we call a change of character. Okay, a change of character. And you should understand that as a scalper, you should also put on the back of your mind that you only go for at least 5 pips, so minimum 3 pips, and the maximum you can go for is 10 pips as a scalper, because that's the safest zone that market might move fastest. Okay, that's the highest level that market might move fastest, and you should not always trade every single movement. Okay, if you are on it, if you know that you are on an uptrend, you stick to the up buying, you buy only, and if you're in downtrend, you buy, you sell only. So now that we have identified that this level have been swept, this is our change of character, and there's a reversal. This reversal and this buy upwards here, we do not take. Okay, we do not take. We wait for what? We wait for price to give us a reversal. After the change of character, we wait for price to give us a reversal and a break of structure to the upside to establish that yes, price wants to actually continue in that direction. Okay, now that we have had that, okay, let me keep this and put it here. Now that we have gotten that, all we want to see now is for price to get into that level. Let's get into this level, that's this level here, and give us some sort of break of structure. Okay, and a break of that level that give us that break of structure, and for price to reverse, even if it's a little, okay, back into that level, then we take our trade. So in that case, it will look something like this. This is the reversal. Okay, price entered our order block. You can back test this, you can back test it, you can check it out, it works, but please just know it is not something easy, and you have to train your eyes for you to get very good at identifying this level. So it is not a one fit all strategy. This is an actual strategy you have to learn for you to use. Okay, so now we can see here that price gave us a sweep of liquidity on this level inside this order block, then shift upwards. Now after taking out this zone and closing here, you can enter directly from here, but to be safe, you should wait for price to at least come back. Okay, at least come back to tap this zone first before you enter. But if something like that does not happen, as you can see here, it did not happen, you don't take the trade, you wait. Okay, you don't take the trade, you wait. Why? You are a scalper. Your job as a scalper is to make sure that you always enter the best optimal trade for yourself, because you are using either a very high lot size and holding for a very short time. So it's either you wait or you don't take the trade at all. Now, it did not happen there. We wait again for another entry, because we already know that this is an uptrend, and this happens in minutes. So in less than 5 to 10, 20 minutes or an hour, price printed back lower. And after price printed back lower, I said we should wait for price to give us a break of structure, and price did exactly that. So after the break of structure, we want to see price go into that level. After price got into that level, what do we want to see? We want to see a break of structure. Okay, we want to say liquidity sweep, sorry. So price gave us this sweep here. Or price did, and after giving us this sweep, what do we want to see? We want to see price break the high of that level. Now, price did not give us a sweep here, a break here. What do? We wait for more, or to see whether we wait for price to give us what we need. Now, price went lower again, gave us a push higher, and broke that level, and gave us a sweep of liquidity again. Now, price gave us this sweep, mitigated this level, and broke this brother. Okay, if you don't know what a mitigation is, you can go and search on YouTube. Now, after this sweep here, okay, price have now started giving us what we want to actually see. After that sweep right there, what do I say you should do? We should place our, we should know that, okay, this is our level of entry, and we should wait for price to get back into this level. And after this sweep here, what the price do? Price just came back into this level. Now you can decide. That is why I said this is not a one fit all type of strategy. You have to actually learn to be patient. You have to actually learn to be patient. Now, in this case, we see that price is printing long, large candles. Okay, long, large candles. What do? You can't just enter from anywhere. Okay, if you want to enter here and you are not sure where you can enter, you can do two things. First of all, you can enter from the last candle. Okay, like here, like this. You can enter from this level. That's if you want to be very safe. But normally, when on this kind of trades, you know, when it comes to this forex market of a thing, price does not always obey this thing. That's the sponsor candle, because this is what we call a sponsor candle. That's the last uh look at the last opposite candle before the move, before this sweep of this break of structure here. This is our sponsor candle. So price does not always come down to this level. And we can also use liquidity, because after this break here, price moved higher to give all this guy. Before price broke this level, what did price do? Price went higher, closed, sold a little bit, then closed here, then pushed up. So what you can do is you can either use this whole level as your pivot level, your point of interest or whatever, and place your trade either at the top here and put your stop loss below here, or you place your stop loss at the low of that guy, or at the entry or the close of the candle, for you to be more safe. So me, I prefer to use the close of the candle. So to be, that's if price actually gives us something like this. To be specific, if price actually gives us an actual movement like this, you will do this. But if price does not give us this actual kind of formation, what do you do? Okay, what do? These are low, these are our high, this is our break of structure, and price have entered. What do you use? If you know what a Fibonacci is, okay, if you know what a Fibonacci is, you use your Fibonacci. You go to your objects this thing, or your instruments tab, and you look for your Fibonacci. You will make sure that the zero part should be on the lower part. That's if you are buying, and the 100% should be on the higher point. Okay, now what you do is wait for price to get to, you wait for price to get into this lower level. That's for price to touch or break or pass this 50% mark and close below it. Okay, not at this level. Don't buy at this level or sell at the 50%. Wait for price to enter, break with a full body, like a full body candle to enter, then close. Then after that has happened, okay, after the break, after the sweep, or after the entry of that Fibonacci level and close, exactly where the close happened, you can now enter your trade. This is one of the safest. That you put your stop loss below the last low for your stop loss, or directly on the last low for your stop loss, and you take your TP at the high of the previous break. Or since in this case we are scalpers, we are scalping and we are not holding for a very long time, you can see that price did not actually gets to our TP here. And sadly, it happens a lot when it comes to trading. So we can do this, aim for here, and as a scalper, you can open multiple trades. You can just take, I said, minimum of 5 pips. See, 5 pips, that's the medium. 5, maximum of 10 pips. The 10 pips is somewhere around here. So if you want to be safe, I urge you guys to keep it at 5. If you want to be safe, I urge you guys to keep it at 5, and you put your stop loss at maybe 2 pips maximum. That's the minimum. Then if you want to go higher, you put it at 3, or maybe even put it at 5. So 1 to show 1, it doesn't matter. So as a scalper, this is what you should be doing. You should trade with wisdom. Okay, you trade with wisdom. And in this case, we can see that price actually moved a bit higher, did not break this level, then pushed. Because why? There was not enough liquidity here to push price higher. That's why scalping is one of the most frustrating and very, very difficult thing to do. If you don't know how to do it, you should actually wait and practice more. Price actually got lower, took out this level again before actually starting again to push higher. But it doesn't always happen like this, and sometimes it does. Sometimes it's actually very clean and everything will be dandy, but sometimes we can see that there was a lot there was a lot of movements, higher, lower, and all that. And please, you should know that when you have done your full bias analysis, even if you see that price is going lower or shifting lower aggressively, please do not be scared, because sometimes we might see this, like after price have gotten to this level, taking out this level, then price comes down, take out this level, goes up again, then come do something like this. We'll be scared that okay, this has changed from a buy to a sell. No, price is just creating liquidity. This is liquidity, this is liquidity, this is liquidity. Price is just creating liquidity to push higher. Always, as a scalper, use your higher time frame confluence to know where you are going, so you will be at a better position to take better trades. You might not every trade might be in profit, but at least if you know that we are going higher, okay, if you know that we are going higher to take to get these higher levels before we continue to sell, you will be at a better state of mind to actually take good trades. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, ask questions, and I'll use everything in my power to answer those questions. I'm new to this thing, and my name is MSU. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.